Okay, so in this little video clip, we're going to look at a very quick canter through the spine. Okay, so here is a spine, 26 separate vertebrae, starting up at the neck with fluid-filled discs in between. And these are not like a watery blister, they are quite fibrous, but they do rely on hydration. And they make sure that the bones are not pressing down on each other. And when we go to the side here, we can see that in the gap between the one vertebrae and the second one, there is a main nerve supply coming out. So every vertebrae, we have a pair of nerves. For instance, on your 9th thoracic vertebrae, they go to your kidneys and adrenals. Okay, so your adrenal glands being quite important for the production of things like adrenaline, which is your stress hormone, and obviously kidneys, which are processing all your waste products. So you've got other nerves going to your heart, to your liver, and also nerves that are controlling the functions in your legs and your arms. So the nerves from up in the neck area and upper body can be causing tingling in your fingers if, for instance, one of the nerves up here is trapped somewhere. Now, trapping could be that you've not been drinking enough, and don't underestimate the importance of that, but it can also be that you've had some injury or you perpetually hold yourself over, say, as a right-handed person, and you are trapping that nerve and you will get tingling effects down here. And the tingling could be coming from up here, or it could be coming from anywhere along the line of the nerve, all the way down to where a set of soft tissue could be tight. So if you're always clawing your hand on a mouse at the computer and you're constantly doing that and the tissues in your forearm tighten, then you could get tingling that's localized down there, and that's not coming from the spine, it's actually coming from further down. So we're always looking at what are your symptoms, things like tingling and pain, and then we're looking at what's causing them. And where you're feeling the tingling or the pain may not be where the problem is at all. So that's sometimes surprising to people. So sometimes people have got one shoulder that's really tight up here. It's really, really tight, but they're feeling pain on the left-hand side. And the reason, for instance, that could be happening when we work on somebody is we can see all the tension is on here. It's all in this section, across trapezius and down into the erector spinae muscles, or across the brachial area and so on here. But as a result of that pulling the shoulder and the arm and everything up and over here, it's stretching this side, and this side's going ow, 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 because it's being pulled, it's being held in a position it doesn't want to be through no fault of its own. It's a symptom of over here. And so those are the kinds of things that we're looking at. So your spine should be an integrated, which we've already talked about in the main video, but your curve is here, and then there should be a slight curve here and a neck here. But quite often people end up slouching back here and turning, instead of this curve being small, with a small curve this way and this way, they end up turning this curve into something much bigger, and this into a much harsher. And that's where you start getting a lot of neck and shoulder pain, but it's actually being caused in that situation by the fact that someone's slouching rather than actually sitting. And I don't actually have too much truck with the fact that pain is unrelated to posture, because basically if we look here biomechanically, we can see how carefully designed the spine is. It's carefully tessellated, it's carefully designed to be all in a particular alignment with a tonal symmetry, as it's called. So basically the even tensions on both sides, and therefore no discs are displaced, no nerves are trapped. So you will find that when you come in here that we are assessing things, and if we think there are things that could help you in terms of sitting better, looking after your spine better, keeping it more mobilised, we will give it.